I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, it's all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck in that mud.
How's it going? I'm Stevie Moore. Welcome to the Winners Only Podcast. I am honored to be on here with the most winningest person I know, Mr. DJ Winning Shields. DJ, what's up, baby?
Stevie Moore, what's happening, baby? Look, you're the most winningest person. I said person. You're the most winningest person I know, man. I'm so glad that you're my partner in here. So glad I got you on here. And then we're partners. We can do this sports stuff together because this really ain't like a job. And you know, we got our other man on here. You know who we got to talk about. I'll let you go ahead and introduce him. Let's get it.
We got the boss on here. We got Craig the boss on here, baby. They already know without any introduction. They know who it is. What's up,
Hey,
Craig?
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. We're going to blow it up this week. Be short and sweet. We're going to knock them out. We're going to talk about a few things today, man. Let's go.
I feel like we just had Thanksgiving. Did everybody have a good time if you celebrated? Did you have a good time with your families, your friends? What's up, DJ? Craig? The boss?
So, yeah, so
It's all right.
Yeah, go ahead, boss. You go first, and I'll go last.
Man, I had a good time. Man, went over to some friend's house. Don't have much family around, but they always invite me over, gave me a sympathy invite. And we had a good old time, watched the games, and here we go. Had a great time. What about you guys?
Man, that's not a sympathy invite. You know where I go, you're invited every year of my life because I got to reiterate this to people. When I was 19 years old, I needed a job. I had no money. My grandfather, who it's his 9-year anniversary as of actually today that he went to heaven. He was, Craig, you met him, greatest man I ever met in my life. The only man that could. He's way better than me. He didn't at 40 years old. He stopped cussing. He stopped drinking. He led his family. He was the guy. So I got to talk about him for a minute. Sorry. And he led my family the way I want to lead, and we should all lead. So he had me go to Craig, ask for a job. I got to give Craig another introduction. Ask for a job. Told me to go back 3 times. Don't give up. Craig gave me a job, and that's part of what I am today. And so that's awesome, man. I had an awesome Thanksgiving. We went to Forestburg. We went to the ranch. Got to take my family, my kids to somewhere we went when I was growing up. It was amazing.
That's amazing, man. I had a good time as well. And what a great introduction for the boss,
Let's
man.
go.
I mean, that's a big impact in your life, and that's amazing, bro. Man, welcome to the Winners Only Podcast. If you are tuned in, we're about to talk about a lot of winning. I know DJ, Mr. Winning Shields, and the things that he's been having going on. The Telegram's been blowing up. You know what I mean?
It's been popping, baby. Let's go.
Happening. Let me see, man. I want to start this thing off with some NFL talk today, DJ. We got NFL this past week. It was some games that, you know, you got the Bears losing to the Lions in a close one. You know, 23-20. The Cowboys over the. You know, I got on the Cowboys jersey today, baby. You know what I mean?
I don't want to see you. You want to turn around and you know what I think that is? My boy, who actually, when he first came in the league, and y'all can fact check me if y'all want. You know who it is? The X, baby.
You gotta throw it up,
that's
baby.
my guy.
You gotta throw it up.
I'm gonna real quick, and y'all can fact check me. Say no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he. Let me tell y'all something. We did sports management back in the day. Stevie was an athlete. If he would have made it to the pros, I was gonna be his manager. We had a basketball game. I'm getting off subject a little bit. We had a basketball game. We had a company called Never Dull Entertainment that I worked for. They made me the lead manager. We had a basketball game. We went and played against Des Bryant. Felix Jones was on my team. Raji Raj was there. We had it at the house. We had an actual game. I was on Felix's team. Raji Raj was on Dez's team. You know about the game, Steve. And this was real life for us. Hey, Des Bryant, if you're out there and I know you see my stuff, we ain't talked in a minute, but you know I love you, bro. Des Bryant's one of the realest. A lot of people talk bad about him, say bad things about him. I had to remove myself from the situation because what happened with the management company, I didn't do anything bad to Des. He knows that. But the person who was with him did some other things, took advantage of him. But Des knows me as a person. Des Bryant is one of the realest people I met in my life. I never met a person that everybody said was such a bad person because he griped on the field and did this, did that, talked all this crazy noise. I'm going to tell you what he did. He wanted to win. He wanted to win for him. Yeah. He wanted to win for his sons now in high school, Des Bryant Jr. He wanted to win for his family because no one won for him. His mom was in prison. I met his mom in the suite. We had a suite at Cowboy Stadium, the company I worked for. Des Bryant is one of the best people that I've ever met in my life. Period. So I'm a little off subject, but I love that X jersey, baby. Throw up the XD. You know what up? Hit me up. You got my number. Let's go.
Hey, that's how it usually is, though, man. A lot of people that win are winning in life that we watch on TV. You hear a lot of people, oh, I hate them or I don't like them, but you never even got to be around them. You don't know them for real. All you
You don't
see
know
is the narrative that's been portrayed to that particular athlete or person, and then you just go off of that. But like you say, I got a chance to meet Dez, and from the
them.
from
Man,
the from the
yeah, he's
top from the time that I met him
man, he's
with
a great
you, he
guy.
was a good guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
shout out to Dez, man. Maybe we can get him on this Winners Only podcast. But yeah, I'm rocking the
If
Dallas
we can get you
because
on here, X. X,
we
we can get you
won.
on here. You remember when we went to Wet and Wild? Oh, and in basketball, me and Felix Jones and little Roger, hey, we beat y'all's ass. Now I want you to come on and tell me that wasn't real because you know who hit the three to win it. Oh, you know it was yours truly. Hit him with that bang away and Kerry Hydes at the never know. I knocked him out. It was over. That's it.
That's what's up, man.
I love to get Dez on here.
But listen, I'm rocking the Dallas Cowboys because hey, we won 2 weeks in a row, man, since the change. And so, what you rocking
See,
today? You got the shades on, you got the jersey. What's up, DJ? What you got on?
Well,
Who you rocking?
I got to represent that Watt. Look at them Pittsburgh. Look at them Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you about them Pittsburgh Steelers real quick. Them Steelers, Mike Tomlin, since he's been in the league, he's been coaching for 18 years now. I thought it was just 8 years. Hell, I told my wife I thought it was 8 years when I look. He's been in the league that long since they had a legend as a coach since he left. Tomlin has been in here. He's done nothing but win. Look at it. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to the playoffs. He's won how many divisional championships? All he does is win. Everyone thought he was crazy when he got Russell Wilson. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know sports. Here's what I
Yeah.
told everybody. Russell Wilson's a winner. He needed to change. Sean Payton wanted a young guy. He could do this, do that too. Help groom his career. He didn't want Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson before that, he had Nathaniel Hackett. Sorry, Nathaniel. I'm sure you're an NFL coach, but I promise you this: I'm a way better play caller than you. Call me if you hear this, because I know I'm better. Anyways, I am. And look what he's doing with the Jets. He's got Aaron Rodgers, and he can't win with Aaron Rodgers. You're
Right.
terrible at calling plays.
I
So
feel you.
Russell Wilson comes in. Genius move by the Steelers. They are now 9-3. The Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, all you people
Yeah.
up there, the Steel City, baby, where you work hard, you get it done. The Steel
That's right.
City, you know what they're gonna do? I said the Kansas City Chiefs are gonna three-peat. You know what's gonna happen?
What?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna knock off the Kansas City Chiefs in a cold game in the snow with defense, with Russell Wilson scrambling, him bringing his career back to life at 35, 36 years old. They will go to the Super Bowl. The Chiefs will not three-peat. The Pittsburgh Steelers, this is my final answer, are going to the Super Bowl. You Steeler fans, get ready, baby. It's going down.
Okay. Predicting it already.
It's going
I like
down.
it, though. Russell threw for 414 yards in that
He's
game against the
revived, baby.
Bengals.
He's revived.
414 yards, man. That's big to come back and do, but it all boils down to being in the right situation, on the right team, under the right coaches. You can take a player from one situation, and Craig, you can always chime in when you want, brother.
Yeah.
I know you got the Texas highlight, but you can chime in whenever you want. You on here today. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm with you 100%. It's all about fit, personnel and continuity. Russell Wilson, he fell off a cliff, right? But no, it was coaching, play calling. It's all about that. You look at these rookie quarterbacks that have come in. Well, they've gone with great coaches and they're fitting right in and they're doing really well. Back in the day, if Troy Aikman would have been drafted by Cincinnati, would he ever win a Super Bowl? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about personnel and fit.
You know that. Yeah.
That's right. So that is, and I will congratulate these. Caleb will turn it around. That wasn't a fit there in Chicago with the coach. They'll find the right deal. He's not a wash, man. He's got high level skill, and we'll see.
Yeah, man, that's big, man. So
right.
I'm with it, man. Right system, right coaches, right team, and players can really showcase their skill and talent level like they can, man. I tell you what, there's a team we really can't look over now, and that's the Arizona.
Before you go there, I don't want
That's the Vikings. You can't look over at Vikings. They won 5 consecutive straight games. They're 10-2 right now. I mean, they're getting hot at the right time. To win 5 straight games in a professional level is not easy. It's not something
I had the
that you
hiccups,
just
y'all. My
wake up
bad.
and do. You gotta be running on all cylinders. The coaches gotta be in line, the players gotta be in line, the quarterback, everything, the defense, it has to be in line. And right now, man, I'll tell you what, the Vikings just beat the Cardinals 23-22 this past week. You can't overlook them, man. You just can't do it.
They can't hold DC's team. They can't. And I think Darnell's coming back down a little bit to
Yeah.
hit his mean as far as where he's been playing. We'll see. Playing well, you can't. It's hard to win an NFL game.
That's
I
right.
agree.
That's
Yep.
right.
It's the NFL is a tough place. Like you said, any given Sunday, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go back a little bit, and then I'm gonna go here. So Russell Wilson, one thing we'll say this: he had a bad coach, he had a bad moment, he had a bad 2 years in Denver. The one thing he does, and I got to do this throughout the podcast, especially with Austin too. I feel like no, I need to do this, but it's in my heart too. Um, Russell Wilson leans on God. He's a
Yeah,
godly person.
for
God put
sure.
him what we learned, and I got to put it out there because everybody's gonna see this and I want people to see this. And I go through it too. What we learn on a daily basis, Russell Wilson went through the 2 hardest years of his life. He went from winning Super Bowls, winning the
Yeah.
best, everybody doing this. He's always been a good guy, but he's a good guy. It's now getting mocked and boom, everybody's laughing, doing it, throwing stones at him. Wait patiently. Let God get his pat. You know what he's doing now?
Yeah.
He might just win a Super Bowl. And that
I'm
was the
with
plan
you.
the whole time because he could
Yeah.
handle that. And now we'll get off that. So glory to God for Russell Wilson. A lot of people don't like Russell Wilson. He's a baby. He's this. He's too religious. I love Russell Wilson, baby.
Yeah.
Keep doing you. Keep doing what you do for God.
Shout out
That's
Russell,
that's
man.
hey, that's what you're supposed to do.
Shout
So
out Russell.
Russell Wilson, we'll keep it going. And then when you talk about the Vikings, I had about a 10-minute phone call with my buddy Marcus Dixon yesterday, who is the defensive line coach for the Minnesota Vikings. And I joked with him. He'll tell you this when you see. I joked. I said, "Dang, bro, you can't hit me no more. You superstar now. Won a ring with the Rams. I was your manager back in the day when you played for the Jets, and now you're
Mm-hmm.
with the Vikings." I was messing with him. I love Marcus, and he hit me back. No, bro, like I'm not. I would never show our text. I'm not trying to do that. It was just funny. Our text, right? And he called me. And we had a good conversation. I just told him I'm proud of him, what he's done. Man, the Minnesota Vikings with Sam Darnold, a third string quarterback. That was a first round quarterback. Look what they are about to do. And they got, like you said, their defensive coordinator, he's a stud. You got Marcus,
Yeah.
which people can't deny this now. Let me talk a little bit about Marcus Dixon. I want to give you a little bit of background. Marcus Dixon was a guy that when we had never known what we talked about with Dez, I became friends with him. We met in a nightclub, became instant friends. I was a young kid. He's the one that got me into sports management. He was the first client that I managed, got endorsement deals for, this, that, and the other. He went to the LA Rams as a coach, assistant coach, right? You go through the program a couple years ago, won a Super Bowl, then went to the Broncos. They had a top 5 defensive line. You guys can look it up last year. Then
For
he goes
sure.
to the Vikings this year. So the defensive coordinator is getting a lot of respect. But let me tell you something about Marcus. What Marcus has done from LA, I know he had Aaron Donald, but he got Super Bowl done. He was the assistant D line head coach. Then he goes and did what he did in Denver. Now look what he's doing in Minnesota. The D line gets to the quarterback. That's who
Mm-hmm.
changes plays. You
For
got the
sure.
guys that are athletes back here. Who changes the course of the game and the plays is the defensive line. When you can bust through the big guys and you can get through there. He literally has been that guy. He should be a candidate for a head coach in the next 2 to 5 years. He will be a head coach. Man, he's got the Vikings playing awesome on that defensive line to help their back end and help them to get where they're going. They're going to be tough to beat.
Oh yeah, defense wins championships, man. They
That's right.
definitely gonna be tough.
It's
They
coming back,
definitely gonna
Steve.
be tough
It's
to beat.
coming back because it's been
Yeah.
so much offense.
Yeah.
Defense is coming back. It's coming
Defense
back.
wins championships. Well, that's good, man. It sounds like a big week in college. I mean, in NFL football. I know you did a lot of winning, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. We got the NBA this past week. DJ, did you dabble into any NBA, NHL? I don't really do the NHL thing. I don't follow it. Don't know a lot about it. But one thing I do know, looking in the Telegram, you did a lot of winning with your bets and your parlays with the NHL. and basketball. NBA basketball is looking good. What's up, DJ? Talk to us a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
it's kind of one of those things where now this is, I'm an entrepreneur, but this is one of my businesses. I treat it like a business. I'm a sports guy. I'm not a guy that a fly by night that just said like 99% of these guys, oh, sports betting's big. I'm gonna give you the Mavericks, you the Bucks. I don't do that. I look into it. I know players. I enjoy sports, and NBA and NHL. I'll be honest, is not something I've been huge in. College basketball, yes. College football, NFL, yes, but I really took an interest in this. Whether it's stats, there's no weather report because they're playing inside, right? But stats, injury reports, things like this, and we have been dominating. We're over 68%. I went back through the Telegram. I'll use that. Everyone in my groups, they know this. Over 68%. We have hit, and this is a mixed sport parlay over the last 5 days. We've hit 2 3-team parlays, 2 4-team parlays, 2 6-team parlays. These are mixed parlays. We went 3-0 in NHL last night, 2-0 in NBA last night, 1-0 in college basketball, and NFL this last weekend we went 10-0, and I feel like we're onto something. There's I'll give you guys a little
That's
score right here.
big. That's big.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. And it's all proof
and I
in
figured out my
Telegram.
life going forward as of now. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all proof in Telegram. 10-0 in NFL football
all
this past
documented,
week
baby,
is
all
amazing.
documented.
I think that from looking at the Telegram, looks like you went about 17-4 within the last week and a half, dude. That's big. You're looking at 65%, winning percentage. That's winning. So welcome to the Winners Only podcast, baby. That's what we do. And so, DJ, man,
We don't
I'm
lie here.
excited,
We
brother.
win.
I'm excited. And so you've been doing a lot of research with NHL, really trying to fine tune your betting and what you're doing for people that rock with you with the betting situation. And so that's good. Right now, while we're at it, let's give shouts out to our sponsorships. I want you to start it off, DJ. Go ahead and start that. Who we got?
No Limit Sports Picks. You guys are the guys. I've been with them. That's where I place my bets at. No Limit Sports Picks. These guys are awesome. You can do Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. Send your money in. You play that day, you get paid that day. It don't matter if you win that day. You do a 2-team parlay, for $100, you win $250. That's how you get paid. If you do a 10-team parlay and you win 50,000, they pay you the same day. They can even pay you in Bitcoin. Crypto's coming up. They can pay you in all that. So shout out to the sponsors, No Limit Sports, Big Jim, Big Nick. What's up, y'all? Hey, we're coming to Cali to see y'all soon. Look, I'm tired of taking y'all's money, but it's all good.
No Limit Sports Picks. What's up, man? We appreciate you guys. And we got America's Choice Heat and Air Services out in Arkansas. If you need anything as far as heat and air, we're providing you with the perfect degree of satisfaction. Call them at 501-483-8810. Shout out to America's Choice Heat and Air out in Arkansas. And we got Limitless Sports.
Hey, we got Limitless Curve and Turf. You guys know, if you guys need any type of custom curving, concrete curving, we come out there and make it look pretty, just like concrete. Your landscape edging, we dust it a little bit, whatever color you want. We hit the stamps with it, make it look great, and then we put that turf in. You guys need putting greens, backyard turf, front yard turf, side yard turf, athletic fields, playgrounds, dog runs. We got you. So look, you can get all the turf done. If your AC goes out, we're gonna get the AC done. We're gonna put the AC in there, and look, within 24 hours, we'll have you hooked up. You have a new house, you have new AC, whatever you want, we got you covered.
That's what's up, man. Now,
yeah, so sorry to interrupt. So if you're a contractor and you bid a big old job, but you need someone to come in there and do your turf and your curbing, maybe at a school, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the boss. I like where the boss is going with this. I'm gonna steal it from him, boss. The boss got one today where somebody needed help. They were at ISD in South Texas, needed help, a big job. The boss called me and said, hey, they need help with the turf. We slid in, we had the job for the ISD. The boss got it done, and hey, we can help you. Whatever, if you're a contractor and you need us to do turf, if you need AC, if you need heat, whatever you need, you guys just call us. We'll make sure we'll take care of you guys. And just like Limitless, you're gonna get top-notch service. That's all we provide. That's it.
Let's go, baby. That's winning. Now listen. Go ahead, Craig.
No, I'm just saying that is big time winning. All aspects.
Now, before we get into this NCAA past week and things like that, I want to get Craig the boss going, man. I know you come on here every week and do the Texas High School Spotlight. Is that what you get to talk about whatever you want to talk about? But Is that something you want to talk about this week? The Texas High School Spotlight. If you got something for us, the boss, give it to us. If it's not that, give us something else. Whatever you want to talk about
Oh,
is
you know
yours.
where we go. Let's go, Craig. Get him.
Hey,
Get him, Craig. Get him.
hey man, I always got a little something for you. Always got a little something for you. And usually I like the underdog, man. I like the obscure and then bring recognition to a player that's really doing well. Unfortunately, late in the season, harder to do that because people know. Well, here's the deal. Excuse me, right in our backyard, them Mustangs, okay? So they're
Smooth.
they're awesome. So I want to talk about Kevin Jennings, local guy. He's a oh, sorry about that. He is a Texas State high school football champion. You know, he had some small offers. SMU was really the only big D1 school to give him opportunity. He comes in there. Next thing you know, he's starting. Take him to a great record. Local guy. I like local people, homegrown. He was winning in high school. Now he's winning more. It's funny how you win here and then you win there. You know, usually it doesn't go loss, and you start winning. Usually it's a winning. You know, win them in order. You win. Anyway, his leading receivers from Duncanville, Texas, Roderick Daniels. And so, anyway, that's who I was wanting to point out. Shout out to Kevin Jennings. 73% completion percentage.
Oh, he's
versus
a stud. You know, I'm waiting. When you get done, I'm going to go in. I'm ready.
He got 180 quarterback rating against AP top 25. So they're there. I think they'll look good this weekend. DJ won't give out his pick yet on that game, but I like SMU. I think they can.
Good.
Yeah. I think they can play with anybody. A shout out to Kevin Jennings.
That's what's up, man. That's big time. We appreciate that, man. This the knowledge that you have.
Steve, real quick. Can I get on it real quick?
Uh-huh.
So I want to tell you something real quick about Kevin Jennings. And you know me, when I got to interrupt, I'm sorry to say something. Kevin Jennings is from South Oak Cliff. South Oak Cliff haven't won a football state championship in a lot of years until the last few years. He brought him along the way. They've been at law school, South Dallas, where South Dallas is a hard life. It's hard to live there. It's hard to stay focused on what you're doing. Be focused, be in the moment instead of getting in trouble. It's a hard place to be. South Oak Cliff is not one of the best areas. It's like South Chicago. Kevin Jennings has done, he had not a lot of offers. I followed this kid and I watched him in high school. Not a lot of offers from South Oak Cliff. All the odds against him. He did what he needed to do. He stayed focused. He's got into SMU, and we're talking about he's got into SMU by staying focused with people around him, being where you're from a hard neighborhood. It's hard when you got 50 people pulling you one way. I know how I am. I'm ADHD. I'll probably go the other way, right? It's hard for me to stay focused. This dude stayed so focused as a 19-year-old or 20-year-old kid. He stayed so focused. He waited his turn. Freshman got the job when Preston Stone got hurt. Is it the highest percentage in college football right now? Completion? He's one or two.
He's up there,
he's top
man.
three.
And when you watch him, it's no joke. Yeah.
Dude, listen. Hey, he is, to me, have you watched him in person? He is the next Michael Vick. He can run it. When he's running, he's on the move, rolling out to the right. He can throw across to his left. Hit a dude going on an out route. You know I know football like this. Sorry, y'all. On the sideline out route with 2 inches left, toe tap, catch it. I'm going to say to my boy Jordan Hudson, shout out to Jordan Hudson, SMU, gave me the jersey, signed the jersey for me. You know I love you, bro. You're balling too. Jordan Hudson. So SMU, man, Kevin Jennings gets it done. He is. I'll give y'all a future pick, and I said it a couple weeks ago. I would not be surprised if SMU, y'all remember, y'all maybe are not this old, when Michael Vick played against Florida State in the national championship. It was almost 20 years ago. Michael Vick almost won that, and he was a freshman. Kevin Jennings has a shot to do the same thing. No one thought he'd make it. He can take them there. They can beat Texas. They can beat Georgia. I'm not saying this is my pick. It's a future pick. That kid is damn good. And congratulations, dude, for you staying focused, doing what you need to do. You're going to be a superstar if you keep your head the right way. You are the guy, bro. Kevin Jennings, you're good. SMU, I'm pulling for y'all. Let's go.
Hey, let me add one thing real quick. He's got 2 more years eligibility left. You know, he's the stud.
Yeah. He's got plenty of time.
Yeah. So
he'll be the number 1 pick in 2 years for sure.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely got room to grow too, and you can see it.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
right.
Here we go.
That's what's up, man. Craig, we appreciate it. Even just bringing that up and having the knowledge about it, that's just winning. And then, like you say, DJ, for a kid to be from Oak Cliff, man, where the percentages and the narrative is really not for a lot of people to come out
It's
and win.
against you.
Just
Yes.
staying focused and having that winner's mindset.
Yep.
Maybe we can get them on here, with that winner's only mindset.
Hey, you know what?
Talk to
We
us.
can get him. We'll cut the sports betting we have him on, but I can get Jordan in a minute. We can get Jordan Hudson and Kevin on here.
Sure.
We'll plan on
Yeah,
getting him on soon, and
that'll be
that
good,
would be
man.
amazing.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that would be
So
amazing.
Awesome.
we got a big Craig. If you want to stay on, you are more than welcome. But we appreciate you for your segment on the Winners Only podcast. But I'd love to have you still on and talk with us. We got a big week of football coming up, NCAA football. But this past week we had Michigan upset number 2 ranked Ohio, beat them 13-10. Tennessee took care of Vanderbilt 36-23. South Carolina beats Clemson. Now, my thing is South Carolina good enough to be in the top 12 to make the playoffs? They beat a number 12 ranked Clemson 17-14, and they're playing pretty good right now. What do you guys think about that?
Go, Craig. We got 5 minutes. We gotta get off.
What do you guys think about South Carolina beating Clemson, and should they be in the top 12 of the playoffs for NCAA football?
You hear Craig or no?
So here's the deal. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Let's roll.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. See, they actually don't pick the top 12 teams. That's where it gets a little tricky with the automatic qualifiers. So
Yeah.
there's a lot that goes into this. They sometimes they highlight how you're playing at the end of the year. Have teams improved? Is it how many big wins you got?
Right.
How many bad losses do you have? So it's
Right.
all a mishmash. So most teams do have a path to get there if they win their game. So anyway, just a couple thoughts on that. That's it.
That's good, man. That's good, and that's the way it goes.
I'm gonna have to.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to bounce out for you. I've had a little audio trouble. I'm gonna bounce out, and I really appreciate it. And I'll be on next time.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, the boss. We appreciate
it. Yes, sir.
Listen, guys,
you're good.
all right.
You're good,
Thank
boss.
You got Miami beating and upsetting, Miami gets upset by Syracuse this past week. And this could be the game that takes them out of the playoffs because, like Craig just said, you got a panel of people that are watching these games and they're going to pick the top 12 teams. You got number three Texas, who beat Texas A&M and solidified the title game. They advanced to the title game. DJ, do you still feel like they're number 1 in the nation and going to win the championship?
I don't think so. So here's what I think as far as that goes, which I know what he's saying about the playoff picture. It's tough, man. You got Alabama getting in there. Miami got booted out. You go to Georgia Tech, which is in the ACC that Miami beat, and you got Georgia taking them. They went to 8 overtimes. So probably the best football game we've ever seen in our lives. There was a ton of football played. I don't know if you watched it, 8 overtimes. So that team was a physical team. They're big, they're tough, they're strong. So then how do you leave Miami out that beat them, that almost beat Georgia? But then there's a lot of – this is the first year, right? So everything's going to be up in the air. It's going to be strange. Yeah. Somebody's going to get left out, just like somebody got left out in the 14 parlay. And I've always said this, and I'm not right about this whole prediction thing with college football, but there has to be – it's almost like if there's a top 25 ranking, right, you rank them 1 through 25.
Yeah.
You got to almost have everybody in the playoffs to make because if you don't, somebody's going to get left out. So if SMU loses and they're 10-1, Miami beat Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech took them Georgia Tech took Georgia to the 8 overtimes. You have all these scenarios. So then all of a sudden you get 3 SEC teams in. You get Clemson and Miami that jump over SMU. SMU's 10-2. They've dominated everybody they played, but their strength of schedule is 65. If their strength of schedule is number 65, they can't get in. To me, that's BS. So it's a hard thing to be in, man. So I know I get off track, but I'm trying to go through the whole thing. It's a Tough place to be. I think Clemson, Miami could get screwed. They could get screwed because
Yeah.
I think they're good. Look at their quarterback. He's a stud. He's
Right.
a freaking stud.
Oh
He's
yeah.
he's one of the best. Well, we talked about this. He's one of the best quarterbacks in college football. He's a stud. So if they get left out, it will suck for college football. But it's going to be a weird. It's going to be a weird inning. We're going to see what happens this weekend.
Man, that's what's up, man. That should wrap up this week's Winners Only podcast. DJ, do you want to give? We got a big week of football coming up from NFL to NCAA. We got basketball. We got the SEC versus ACC and all these
Let's
different
go, baby.
divisions in NCAA basketball. That's amazing. That's going on, and I've been watching and tuning in. You know, Arkansas won last night in a good game. Them pigs playing ball. But listen, man,
Baby, woo.
good week coming up. Is there one game that you want to give to the Winners Only podcast listeners that you think that's a solid lock for this upcoming week in sports, brother?
Nobody believes it. Nobody thinks it because nobody thought they would be here. Week 1, I said SMU will be in the top 3. They'd probably play for the championship. Everybody told me I was crazy, told me I was stupid. I'm going to roll with them. The SMU Mustangs from Dallas, Texas. My boy Jordan Hudson, SMU, they're going to get it done. They're going to beat Clemson. Y'all going to be surprised how much they beat them by. There's an alternative line, -7. You better take it. SMU gets a job done. They win. They get in. They know they got to win to get in. They got Coach Lashley from Miami, the Hurricanes. He brought a lot of Hurricanes with him. That Florida talent mixed with that Texas talent. People don't know it's about to go down. SMU Mustangs, baby. Let's go.
That's good,
Money
man.
line.
Listen, one nugget we want to leave you with. If you're a winner in this world, if you're a winner in this life, me and DJ want to say this. Focus on the winning. Focus on the things that you got to focus on. Don't focus on the distractions. Don't focus on the people that's going to hate on you, that's going to doubt you, that's going to
Yeah.
tell you that you can't do it,
Tell him,
or that's
Steve.
going to
Come
tell
on.
you that hey, you won't win or you
Back
can't
here.
make it
Like these
happen on
people
your
banging on
own.
this wall. Let's
You
go.
got to believe in your God. You got to believe in your vision. You got to believe in your plan. You got to write it down and put the work in, man. So all the winners out there, keep grinding, keep going. You're not at the bottom of the totem
Let's
pole.
go.
You are at the top. And that's all we want to say. Winners only, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, and then I got one more to say what Steve said. Hey, for y'all, it's me and Steve both. A lot of people never believed in Steve. They never believed in me. We both kept the same thing, like Ice Cube said. And I watched this recently. Ice Cube said, just because you have an idea or you think you're going to make it doing this, not everyone's going to think you're going to do what you do in your mind. Just because they said you can't do that, you're not going to do it. I'm
That's right.
45 years old. Stevie's in his 30s. We both failed at certain things. We failed at a lot of things. One thing we want y'all to know, we failed at many things. The only way that you can win is failing and learning. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do what you know you can do. Because if it's in your mind, God put it in your mind because He knows you can do it. So you letting these other outside people tell you, let's go win, baby. Winners only. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.